Here's a video for 5 earphones that I am personally hyped for. I'm stoked. I'm going to pay my own money. This is not stuff that is maybe going to be sent to me and I'm going to maybe like it. And if I do, I'll do a hype video. These are things I'm going to buy, and I might do videos or not. This is my personal purchases, but since you want to know what I do, I'll tell you these are 5 things that I'm going to buy. And I'm actually stoked for. Before I continue, the 7Hz Timeless 2 is going to be given to a subscriber that comments below this video. And it might not be available in your country yet, or you might not be able to afford $200, or there might be some variables where this is your chance to get it. Comment below, you're a subscriber, you go ahead and get that. Now take this off the table, and separate from that, if you want that, the awesome wheel is the opposite of vicious circle. It's awesomeness spinning around. If you subscribe to my channel, that continues because I can get more stuff and then I give it away. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I can't do quid pro quo and say you get that one, but subscribe and allows that in the future, that's something you might be able to partake in. So comment, like, and subscribe. Would really appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. Now the 5 sets, moving quickly. The Subtonic Tempest is the only one that's ranked. It's by far #1 in what I want to get. It's a follow-up to the Storm, which is, I'm more of a fan of the Storm now than I was at any time when I was coping and rationalizing of my big decision and all the money spent and the long wait and fighting emotions and the psychology, which this hobby is there's a lot of feels and emotions that go into this whole thing. Psychoacoustic illusions is a branch of the science tree, like the study of that. So Subtonic's going to get my money. I think it's a tribrid. I think it's called the Tempest. I don't care what they call it. I don't really care what it is. I'm going to buy it anyway. So that's one. The next one is not ranking. I'm just going to name this. This is the Softears Enigma. If that driver in the window is actually functioning because it's a push-pull config or it's a passive radiator, I'm buying it instantly. Now, if that is just for decoration like a Chi-Fi budget set would do, I'm going to skip it completely. So this is a very kind of weird one. If it's one way, I'm buying it instantly. And if it's the other way, I'm not going to touch it. The next one, the Nightjar Duality, which is from that company that made the Singularity. I might put up a picture, and it's not the final version, but I want to show you because companies are in bubbles. They talk, they work, they have dreams. They've got to get out of that bubble, and you'd be surprised how many companies actually don't do this. But they do it. They go to gatherings and can gyms, and they have people listen to something like that thing that you're looking at and get feedback because they got to not get locked in to something and then have a bias to make it happen. They've got to sell to the public, and the public's got to be happy, so you got to have their input. And that picture that I showed you is proof of that's what they're doing. So my belief that they're a smart company and they're great at what they do is just reinforced by them doing it the best way. And I've never seen them do anything other than the best way. So Nightjar gets my money. I don't care what they call it. I don't even care the configuration like Subtonic. They get my money. Now the last 2 are collaborations. One is a critical collab that I can't name because I don't think I know the name, but I talked to him maybe 2 months ago in DM. And it's a set that's kind of like the Zero Blue in that it's evolutionary, and it could be the start of a new wave. The other sets I'm familiar with, I think 3 of the 5 or something like that. This one in particular has my interest because it could be the beginning of a new wave, and it's got my radar up. So one of Critical's collabs is of particular interest to this reviewer. Now the last one is from Timmy at Gizaudio, and he is doing a collaboration with a company that most people have never heard of. And that's brilliant on many levels. 1, it introduces the company to the West. 2, they're going to put their best foot forward and try their best because they're working with an ambassador in the hobby, which is Gizaudio. So this is a perfect storm for Timmy and for that company and for Hi-Fi Go. So and I've seen the graph, and I put pictures up maybe that you're looking at right now. It looks like it's hitting on all cylinders. So I'm very stoked to get that. And I want to give a full disclosure, because my emotions don't ever get inside this, and if it's in a bad way, I just move along and I don't do videos because you guys can read me like an open book. I can't hide myself, so I won't. Timmy is a very nice guy, and he also did a very nice gesture. He sent my son a present, and I believe he addressed it to Kai. Kai was like 4 months old. Kai can't open a letter, but that's when a nice person comes up with a good idea. A 5-month-old child gets a present. Yeah, come on. So you can calculate the bias when I do the Tim review at your own, but I'm I'm a big fan. Hi-Fi Go is not on my... They supply Timmy. This isn't for Hi-Fi Go's money or their benefit. This is for Timmy. If that thing is graphs, like it graphs and he's showing it, and it sounds like variations with a little more meat on the bone, that's already on record as being something I'm hoping for, and that he's put his name on it, I'm all over that. And Kai loves your toy, by the way, bro. So of all the sets listed here, that's the only one that might contain bias, and not sorry at all. So congrats to Timmy. That just looks like such a brilliant thing in all ways. I'm waiting for Moondrop to address the cable issue in a clear manner. I'm not paying for the cable. That's ridiculous. This was bought. You received money for it. And I don't think I should wait 15 days or 20 or 25 days. I think this should be sent out immediately. That's not what is done. Is disappointing. If there's none available, then you should open a box that is wrapped in plastic like this one was, take the cable out of that and put it and send it to me, because this was purchased. The one you open up has not yet been. So there's a lot of QC stuff going on with Empire Ears, and they're making videos on how to take out a 2-pin. I'm sorry, man. We know how to take a 2-pin out. You don't apparently know how to make a IEM that's strong enough to sustain the forces of removing a 2-pin. My God. I don't even know what to say. The K and DAP, my favorite wipe cloth is colored gray because the back of that DAP has so much grease that I still haven't removed all of it. I don't know if you can see that. That's absolutely nuts. That wasn't the DAP that just fell down. I'll go ahead and let you guys go. Quality control. And also, why don't you say sorry when you make a mistake about your item? You could travel around the whole globe and say sorry, thank you, and please, and you be safe wherever you go, outside of totalitarian regimes. So I'm talking about most normal places. You don't even have to say it in the local language. If you want something, you say please, and when you get it, you say thank you. And if you make any kind of mistake, and if you're not even sure you might have made a mistake, just say sorry. Take care of the customers, man. It's like become an art form that people are not being trained in. Say you're sorry when you're wrong. If you're not sure, say it anyway. It's a little food for thought. And I'm out.